Hi guys, welcome to Life Tips with Lucy. I'm recording outside today, and it is a gorgeous spring day. There's a rooster that was making a lot of noise a few minutes ago, but I'm hoping that he holds his peace while I'm doing this. So anyway, today we're talking about covenant relationships and what that is, and hopefully a little bit more details about it to make it clear what the goal of that is and why it's important. So anyway, covenant relationships, I got this term from Danny Silk's trainings. You can check him out at Loving on Purpose, loplifeacademy.com. Anyway, his trainings are really good, but he talks about covenant relationship as being the type of relationship that Jesus wants all Christians to have. So for people in general, if they love you, then you love them. Like, that's a natural human reaction, but God calls us to this higher level of relationship that we're choosing to keep our love on, if you want to say it that way, to other people, no matter what they do to us. But that's really hard. And so anyway, the first time I heard about this whole covenant relationship idea, he was bringing out the analogy that it's who would take a bullet for you, and who would you take a bullet for, outside of your immediate family, if it really came down to a life or death situation. And when I first heard the training, I was just still kind of dealing with some hurts in my life, and I was like, man, I don't really like people, and I don't think I would take a bullet for very many people. But anyway, God has just kind of, I don't know, been helping me, just guide me through this process. But I do want to have a good relationship with people, and I do care about people. So anyway, I was trying to think of all the reasons of why I was having such a hard time with it, because I felt God was calling me to this deeper level of relationship that would be, more beneficial for my job, for my personal life, for all these different things. But I just had zero desire to go there because, so I was trying to think, why is that? If it's something that I think is right to do as a Christian and is going to give me good results in my personal life, then why am I so not on board with it? So then I started trying to think if the devil was speaking lies to me through that. Because obviously if it's something good that I want and I'm a Christian, then the desire shouldn't be there, right? I don't know. So thinking about that kind of led me to, I feel like the lies that the devil was trying to make me believe through that was that other people don't really care about me, and people that are close to me or Jesus, none of them really have my back. At the end of the day, I'm really the only one that can take care of myself. I don't know. Anyway, so I felt like that was the lie that the enemy was trying to tell me that I was, believing of why I didn't want to take an extra step in choosing to keep my love on to other people, no matter what they do to hurt me, because I was experiencing pain. And so that was very not appealing to me. So a lot of times for me, if I feel like I need to do something that I don't want to do, I kind of try to mess with my brain to get myself to want to do it. So that's what I was just kind of trying to do here too. And then also, I am going through, Tai Lopez has a 67-step program on helping us identify things in our mind and our patterns of life that hinder us from getting the goals that we want in life. And he talks about how that, there's this media bias that we think things are so easy. It shouldn't be that hard to have a good relationship, right? Why should I have to experience all of this pain in order to have good relationships? But how that it's important for us, media bias, it is a bias. It's not true. Most of the things, that we kind of learn through culture and through media, it's hard to be fit and healthy. No one just drops out of the sky with this, I don't know, amazing ability. Like, yeah, people's bodies are different and whatever, but like everything that's worth getting in life, like, really takes work. And so just being able to embrace the hard places in order to get to the goal that you want. And so I started thinking about that with this too. Like, I'm going to have to embrace the hard places in relationship if I want the deep kind of relationships with other people that are more fulfilling. So that was helping me, but like it still wasn't quite, I still didn't really want to go in the direction that I wanted to go. So anyway, so I was just thinking more about, why it was that I couldn't feel like I could step into this place of deeper relationship that I felt like I should. And I feel like at the very, very core, it kind of boils down to really, accepting myself for who I am, and that God accepts me for who I am, like that God, already paid the price for all of my sins, and being able to walk through that. And just, the biggest thing that was holding me back was like the fear of being hurt. I don't want this pain. Like, I don't think it's worth it. But there's going to be pain for anything that's worth having. But that Jesus is there for me. I don't know, I guess whenever I'm just able to feel that, other people really do like appreciate me and care about me, and that God does too, like that's what makes it a lot easier to be able to step into that, even though it's hard sometimes. So I feel like that was the piece that I needed. So it's like that it won't be hard, but we really need to realize that the devil tries to speak all these lies to us about God and other people because he wants to discourage us. And we need to have covenant relationship. Like, we need to be able to embrace, like, yeah, it's going to be hard sometimes, but God loves me. He's going to be there for me. Other people are going to be there for me. And I need to walk on this path of choosing for myself, that for my relationships, I'm going to choose to care about people and love them, like, no matter what they do to me. I don't know. It's been kind of intense process. Like, I couldn't get there all at once. Like, it took me, I don't know, it seems like it's taking me a few weeks of processing some of these things to be able to get to the bottom of it. But that, like, God is patient with us too. And he, he has the best for us, in mind. Like, he is fighting for us. Like, and I was just thinking about, my friend was telling me about this, like, women's conference that she went to, and like how that, vulnerability is very important in a relationship with Jesus. But for me, it's like, to a certain point, I don't want to be vulnerable because I'm afraid, like, God and other people will just crush me. Like, it will not be good. It'll be horrible. And so, and that's like a natural, like, fear that's there because we are hurt sometimes. But in the hurt, like, we can still choose that, I'm still going to accept this process and keep moving forward, instead of just like shedding people out of our lives or not really dealing with the underlying issue. So I don't know if this made a lot of sense, but yeah, so covenant relationships is choosing that I'm going to be like Jesus in my relationship. Like, I'm going to still care about people and love them, like, no matter exactly what they do. Like, obviously you won't always have to, you might need some distance sometimes in order to, heal or cope, or it doesn't mean that you have people just letting them stomp all over you all the time. But anyway, I'm still going to choose that, I care about you. I'm not going to, shut you out of my life just because of these things. And like, God paid the ultimate price for my sin and for your sin, so I don't need to punish myself, and I don't need to punish you for things that happen, but just being able to accept and work through it and accept Jesus' love for myself and for for you, for all the other people in my life, that, you know, if someone hurts me, it doesn't mean that I have to punish them. Like, you know, that's God's, like, God already paid the price for that sin. If God already paid the price, then we don't need punishment all over again. So anyway, and just really being able to, I think sometimes we just have to remind ourselves, like, God does love us. Like, we have to fight the enemy with, it says in Psalm somewhere that David encouraged himself in the Lord. Like, sometimes we have to remind ourselves of the good things that we know that are there. So anyway, so good relationships are worth it, even though that's where our biggest source of pain comes from. But yeah, just be encouraged. If you have any thoughts, please post them and let me know. And I will talk to you guys later. Okay, thanks. Bye.